Welcome to AI for Business, your source for the latest AI news and AI tools that matter. Today we'll be looking at another controversy with xAI's Grok chatbot, MIT withdrawing a high-profile AI research paper, OpenAI's plans for a massive data center in Abu Dhabi, and Microsoft's vision for how AI agents will work together. Plus, we'll share an AI tool that adds interactive content like quizzes and calculators to your website, and share a prompt tip to teach clearly by flipping bad advice into good advice. Our first story focuses on xAI's Grok chatbot, which came under fire this week after making troubling comments about the Holocaust. When asked how many Jews were killed by the Nazis during World War II, Grok mentioned the widely accepted figure of 6 million, but then added that it was unsure about that number without direct evidence. It also suggested that the numbers might be influenced by political motives. The U.S. Department of State considers this type of message a form of Holocaust denial, which includes casting doubt on victim numbers that are supported by trusted historical sources. After facing strong criticism, Grok attributed the response to what it described as a programming mistake made and an unauthorized change that led it to question established history. This issue followed another incident where Grok brought up conspiracy theories about white genocide in answers that had nothing to do with the topic. In response, xAI announced it would release its system prompts on GitHub and introduce more safeguards. Some experts are skeptical about the company's explanation. They argue that system prompt changes usually go through strict processes and approvals, so an unauthorized update would likely require either deliberate action or a serious lapse in security. These are not the only controversies involving Grok. In February, the chatbot seemed to temporarily block negative references to Elon Musk and Donald Trump. At the time, a company engineer said the issue was also caused by a rogue employee. How many rogue employees does xAI have, and is that always going to be their go-to excuse? In our second story today, MIT has taken the unusual step of publicly distancing itself from a research paper that had attracted widespread attention in the AI field. The paper, titled Artificial Intelligence, Scientific Discovery, and Product Innovation, was written by a doctoral student in MIT's economics program who is no longer connected to the university. The study claimed that using an AI tool in a large materials science lab led to more discoveries and an increase in patent filings. But it also noted that researchers reported lower job satisfaction after the AI was introduced. The paper drew strong praise from leading MIT economists, including Nobel Prize winner Darren Acemoglu and David Autor, with Autor reportedly saying he was deeply impressed by the study's findings. Concerns began in January when a computer scientist with experience in materials science brought issues to the economists' attention. This triggered an internal review at MIT. And as a result, the university formally asked that the paper be withdrawn from both the Quarterly Journal of Economics, where it had been submitted, and from the preprint platform RxIV. MIT said it was concerned about the paper's integrity and stated that it should no longer be part of public discussion. Acemoglu and Otter have since said they no longer have confidence in the paper's data, methods, or conclusions. Due to student privacy rules, MIT has not shared exact details about what led to this action. This situation is a clear reminder of the need for careful verification in AI research, especially when studies influence business strategies or public policy. Moving to our third AI news story, OpenAI is preparing for a major project in the Middle East. A new Bloomberg report says the company will help build a data center in Abu Dhabi covering about 10 square miles, larger than the entire country of Monaco. The facility will have a power capacity of 5 gigawatts, which is about the same as 5 nuclear reactors. This would make it one of the biggest AI infrastructure projects in the world, far beyond anything OpenAI or its rivals have done so far. For comparison, OpenAI's upcoming data center in Abilene, Texas, is expected to reach 1.2 gigawatts. The Abu Dhabi site would be more than 4 times larger. The project is part of a partnership with G42, a technology group based in Abu Dhabi. It falls under OpenAI's broader Stargate initiative, which also involves SoftBank and Oracle, and aims to build massive data centers around the world to support future AI systems. Meanwhile, Microsoft has shared its latest vision for the future of AI agents, with a focus on helping them work better together and remember more. One of Microsoft's key goals is to enable AI agents from different companies to cooperate smoothly. To support this, Microsoft is backing the Model Context Protocol, or MCP, which was first developed by Anthropic. Chief Technology Officer Kevin Scott likened MCP to the early internet protocols that helped the web grow in the 1990s. He said it could help form an agentic web where various AI tools can interact, and added that this would give users more creative freedom rather than leaving control in the hands of a few large companies. Another major challenge Microsoft is addressing is AI memory. Right now, most AI interactions feel one-off, with the system quickly forgetting past conversations. Improving memory is difficult because it requires more computing resources. To manage this, Microsoft is introducing a method called structured retrieval augmentation. This technique has the AI pull short summaries from each part of a conversation, creating a kind of map of what was talked about. Scott said this method mirrors how human brains work, where people don't reprocess everything they've ever learned each time they face a new problem. These upgrades could make AI more helpful, allowing it to manage complex tasks that depend on past discussions and to connect with other AI tools across different platforms. Today's AI tool to try is Outgrow. Rather than building a new website, Outgrow enhances your existing one by adding interactive features like quizzes, calculators, and custom forms. These tools engage visitors in ways static content cannot, and are especially useful for lead generation. When someone interacts with one of these elements, you can request their contact information before revealing the results. This creates a clear value exchange, where users get personalized insights and you collect useful contact details. Outgrow includes more than 1,000 professional-looking templates that work across various industries with built-in analytics that show how each interactive tool is performing. Link to try in the description. The prompt tip for today is using the bad advice versus good advice flip, a powerful way to make content more memorable and clear. This method starts by presenting common myths or poor advice, then immediately contrasts each one with accurate, actionable guidance. The sharp contrast helps your audience better understand key concepts and remember them longer. For example, if you're using AI to generate content about fitness instead of simply asking for tips, try this prompt. What's the worst advice people get about fitness and getting in shape? Now flip each one into smart, actionable advice, and back it up with examples. This forces the AI to present both the problem and the solution. This technique works especially well for educational content, coaching materials, myth-busting posts, or thought leadership pieces. That's all for today's AI for Business podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe so you never miss our daily updates on AI news and AI tools. And if you found something helpful here, consider sharing this podcast with someone in your network. It helps us reach more listeners and build our community of forward-thinking professionals. And if you have a moment to leave a review, your feedback helps us improve and keeps the conversation going. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow with more AI insights.